Heartwoods is a project of the Small Woods Association, firstly. The key thing about the Heartwoods project was bringing woodlands into management, bringing all the people together in the supply chain to create opportunities for those woodland owners to supply into markets that are actually growing over recent years. If we can piece all the pieces together for the supply chain, we have a win-win project that sees well-managed woodlands, good social, amenity, wildlife benefits, and also, perhaps the most important of all to many people, economic benefits that arise, and more jobs and more wealth throughout the supply chain.
Well, the Forestry Commission, one of our aims is to get more woods into management, because we know that managed woodlands provide more benefits, whether it's wildlife, timber, a whole range of things, recreation, etc. Heartwoods is helping us to actually get access to those owners that don't normally manage their woods, giving them the skills, the expertise, the confidence really to actually manage their woods better. I think one of the things that Heartwoods has been really successful in doing is actually making knowledge about managing woodlands accessible to people. So you're almost your ordinary man in the street, your ordinary landowner. What farmers and ordinary landowners want is just a simple way of that to be explained, so that they can understand what's needed, how to manage their woodlands in the best way, and Heartwoods is really able to do that.
The key strengths of this project would be the partnership working, getting the partners to buy into an impartial project, to say that there are no sort of agendas here. We're just working for the benefit of landowners to try and get them to make the most of the market opportunities that are out there. But also, a key thing was making it happen, getting out there, getting out at the coalface, for want of a better phrase, to actually contact and get involved with the landowners, because if you sit and wait for those people to come to you, it just won't happen.
If I were to pick three key things that I think Heartwoods has been really successful at, it would be advice and training. Fantastic courses they've run, been really well attended, and they've been really good feedback from people that have attended that it's been really valuable. The second thing would be that they've had a really effective steering group that have drawn in a whole range of partners representing a wide range of landowner types, and they've worked with those partners to access those landowners who are members of those organisations in a really effective way. So they've spread the message much wider than I'm sure we as the Forestry Commission could have done. And the third thing, I think they've just had a bit of an entrepreneurial sort of spirit about them, and they've really looked at different opportunities.
The benefit of Heartwoods was that they not only had a knowledge, but they had practical experience within the team as well. And that was the most important thing. With all these things, there's jargon. And you need somebody who knows the jargon and who can simplify it. Heartwoods was on the tip of the tongue quite a bit within the office the whole time. Because, you know, if I needed a sounding board, Heartwoods was there, as well as the advice to get grants and to help with the Woodshore approval, which we went through. But they were always there as a sounding board. You just need that person out there that you can pick up the phone to and you can respect enough to get a sensible comment from. Heartwoods always have a variety of training on offer. Training is always very important for the lads that we work with. It keeps them keen, they're furthering their knowledge. And I think these courses just automatically give them confidence anyway. Having worked with Heartwoods, and we've gained the grant and we've gained Woodshore approval, as a result of that the business has grown and we've created job opportunities and taken on 3 additional people.
I think probably I got involved in Heartwoods about three to 4 years ago. I required some help with some undermanaged woodland, semi-natural ancient oak woodland, that I'd got no formal sort of training or knowledge of how to manage this woodland. When I needed to start to see how I could utilise the resource, I needed to learn how I was going to go about it, what I could expect to achieve from my resource. And Heartwoods was able to completely fill the gap there. The calibre of the speakers and the people taking the courses was sufficient to be able to answer our questions and give us much more confidence going forward to seek out management plans and possible grant avenues of how we could then start to make moves in our woodland, which, you know, without that we wouldn't have had the confidence to go forward and make these moves. So very, very useful and very important. We're looking to produce about 80 tonne of sustainable timber from the farm each year going forward, and that's a major benefit to our business.
Heartwoods worked really well because they filtered out a number of owners in the beginning, so they would go and do some of that groundwork, which was probably uneconomic for us as a private agent to do. They would then give us the referral, having done quite a lot of the groundwork. So we would know what we were going to look at, we would know some of the issues that were involved, and that was incredibly helpful actually. It has worked really well, and actually, you know, it's very dependent on Heartwoods being very proactive and running a lot of events and getting their profile up and out there, and I have to say they were very, very good at that. And that brought in a number of people, I would imagine quite a lot of owners who otherwise wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, the impact of the project has been significant in that we've supported over 100 businesses, individuals, through training, technical advice, or capital investment assistance through grant applications, which has had a profound effect on the supply chain in the region. What we know in this region is that there's around about 100,000 hectares of woodland, and around about 35% of that is undermanaged, so that gives us around about 35,000 hectares of woodland undermanaged. What we know is that we've assisted on a combined area in excess of 5,000 hectares, which is around about 15% of the resource of undermanaged woodland. So if we can keep up the good work that we've done in the last 3 or 4 years, and we know they have the right ingredients to deliver in the future. Immensely proud of Heartwoods and what it's achieved over the last 4 years. That's been apparent in the people that we've worked with, the partners that we've worked with, and all the feedback that we've had has been very positive. So I'm immensely proud that I've had the opportunity to be involved with the project.